Good morning, everyone. We are just a little bit early, and I just want to make sure the setup is all right so that we have an incident-free webinar. If you can hear me, just drop a yes so that I know that things are working. Good morning, Swati. So I guess you can hear me. Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the webinar. Fantastic. So we're going to start in just a few minutes. And we'll talk about the most important, I think the most vital topic of our times. As an entrepreneur, I've been an entrepreneur for about 20 plus odd years, like 23 years. And this, I think, is the most pivotal moment in the history of my career as an entrepreneur, because what's happening soon is going to be totally a different scenario than any change I have experienced in the past. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Let's let's just make sure that everyone has an opportunity to come in before we officially begin. I'm in India right now, and it's not too late in the evening for me. It's about 7:20 p.m. for me. Let me know where you guys are from, and also tell me what time is it for you, so that I know where you're joining from. I know most of you are in the US, and it's probably the morning, should be about 10 a.m. Welcome to the webinar. Fred is from the UK. Midnight. Well, Fred, it's a great thing that you made it. I'm really, happy that you're here, and thank you for staying up so late. I appreciate it. 9:50 here in Ohio, 6:50 a.m. for Oliver, and Fred is in Melbourne, Australia. Well, that's far off from everywhere. So I guess you have very few webinars which are convenient for you. Well, this is how it's going. David is from California, 6:51, nearly 7 a.m. Wow, pretty early in the morning, David. You're awake pretty early. That's great. Great. Awesome. So here, before we begin, I wanna ask you guys some questions just to try and get a sense of the audience, try and get a sense of what's happening with us. So the first thing, give me a yes if you're using ChatGPT in your business to create something. If you use ChatGPT in the last 3 to 4 days, give me a yes if you've been using that. So there are like a bunch of yeses almost immediately. Jeff says yes. Michelle, yes. Trevor, yes. Dimitri, yes. Oliver says yes, but Oliver is actually using AI Collective. Yep, it's an app from me. And AI Collective gives you ChatGPT and some other platforms. So I'm glad you're going one up on that. JT says yes. David P says yes. All right, so that's a lot of yeses. Now let's go to the other end of the argument. Is there anyone here who hasn't used ChatGPT in the last 1 week? Now, when I say ChatGPT, you can also feel free to include AI Collective or Gemini or Claude, any AI that you can think of. Is there anyone here who hasn't used AI in the last 1 week? Not a single no so far. So I guess there's literally not a single person who's not used AI. Does it give you an idea of what's going to happen? Because what we see so far in AI is not even about 20% of the true potential of what it will be, not in a matter of a decade, not in a matter of some years, but maybe less than the next 12 months. And that's crazy. The amount of progress that I've seen in the AI development, AI models, and AI algorithms in just last 1 year is crazy. Here is the thing. I've been studying AI for not more than a couple of years. I started 2 years ago when AI was just starting to come mainstream. OpenAI had launched its GPT-2 model, which was suddenly mainstream. There were people who were talking about it, and they were giving people very closed access. So to get access to GPT-2, you had to go through a qualifying process, and not everyone would get it. I didn't get it for a long time, but I had started studying AI already, and I did a lot of technical study of it, and it told me that things are gonna go really, really wild. So I spent the next few months understanding the fundamentals, doing a lot of research. I took classes, I read books, I joined online courses to try and understand from a programmer's perspective, how can I use AI to give my customers something that will help them in their business? And this actually came to a fruition around the beginning of this year. And I started creating and bringing to the market. Actually, we've been working on them for a little while now, a little longer than the beginning of the year. I started bringing a range of AI enabled products to the market. And we're talking about really, really well received, well loved applications. Applications like Bloggy, the blog writer, AI Collective, Pixci, the image creator, Tuberank Jeet 6 AI, Tarantula AI, lots of amazing AI software I brought into the market because of the technologies that I was working with. But the fact is, even in the last 8 months, things have gone beyond anything that I expected. Let me give you an example. When I first launched Pixci just 2 months ago, AI could not get images right. So if you were asking AIs to create realistic images of real people and you wanted AI to maybe include some text in it, it wouldn't happen. The AIs, all of the AIs, not just DALI or any mainstream AI in the market, every single AI, it would either get the fingers wrong or the faces wrong. You remember how ridiculous it was. Nobody would even believe that this could come to this stage today. When last week, in fact, just about 4 days ago, there was a model called Phoenix from Leonardo. I'm sure you've heard of Leonardo. It's one of the best producers of image creating AIs. I saw it in use and I was blown away by the realism in it, by the amount of realistic image processing that AI can do now. It's crazy, and that's happening to every single business. That's why the first message I want to take away, and that's the key message actually. This is the entire message of the webinar, and we will talk about why this is important and how it's applicable and true in so many different ways through the webinar. But the message is, no matter what you do online, this is a crucial time for your business. Is there anyone here who remembers the time when the internet first became mainstream? I'm talking about the late 90s. So let's take a age check of all the people here. I remember the time when internet became mainstream. It really changed my career. It put me in an upward spiral. So is there anyone here who saw the motion when we had these modems which were working at 36.6 kbps, and every time you wanted to connect to the internet, it would kind of make like a whirring noise, very, very annoying noise. And from there to now, we have 100 mbps, 200, 500 mbps connections. Really crazy, right? AI is doing that evolution which the internet did in about 5 or 6 years. It's doing the same thing in 5 or 6 months. That is really, really crazy, right? We are at the definitive points of the AI crossroads, right? It's not even a choice anymore. If you choose to not get it, then you're going to be obsolete, and there's no two ways about it. And I'll talk more about it as we go, because AI is disrupting every market. Now, it doesn't matter what you do online. You could be creating designs, you could be making sales funnels, you could be doing e-com. Maybe you are trying to call up local businesses, sell them services. You could be doing SEO, absolutely anything that you can think of. At this moment online, AI is gonna take it over. And if you don't use AI, you will have several disadvantages. You could be too slow, you could make content that's not good enough, or you would just be outcompeted by people who would be using AI effectively, and you would be just left holding and wondering, holding the ball and wondering why you don't have any customers, right? So the fact is, there is a classic story that I read when I was in my early 20s. It's a important lesson for anyone who's an entrepreneur. It's a very small booklet, only about 60, 70 pages big font, not a lot of content, but it has a life-changing message. And when I read it, when I was in my early 20s, maybe about 21, it really made me understand how the world works. So it was called Who Moved My Cheese? And that happens to people a lot of times. Like in my career, it has happened to me about 3 or 4 times when I had to do a career transition into a totally different new field. And of course, I was able to bring all my skills and employ them to make a better transition. But this moment is again upon us when the cheese has been moved. If any process that you have built up in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years, anything that you do till now to get clients, or whether it's working or it's not working, it doesn't matter whether it's working or not, you will need to make sure that it now involves AI or it depends on AI. Otherwise, that process is just not going to be effective at all. And I know that a lot of people will be negatively affected by the change that's coming. I'm sure you've heard about it. People like content writers, graphic designers, even everybody who's in the knowledge economy, they're going to be affected because there was a time when computers could not do creative jobs well. They could only do logical jobs, right? That was supposed to be the entire existence of computers. They can handle logical things, they can't handle creative things. But what's happened today, they can absolutely dominate the creative side of things. In the last few months, the audio AIs have become more realistic. Image AIs can draw better, they can create amazing art. And there are now video AIs. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Who here has heard of Sora? It's a technology from OpenAI. They revealed it about 4 months ago. It's not launched yet, but who here has heard of it and knows what it's about? So Michelle says me. Michelle has heard of Sora. Is there anybody else except Michelle? Jeff has heard of it. Fantastic. At least 2 people. Is there anybody else who's heard of Sora? So for all the other people who haven't heard of Sora, it's an amazing new technology that can create lifelike videos without people, without lighting, without sets. With what? With just a few instructions. They put up a series of clips which were hyper realistic, the kind of images that you would see in a well-funded movie from a giant studio. Somebody like 20th century Fox could be creating that kind of stuff. And imagine that happening. Imagine technologies like Sora becoming mainstream not very long in the future, just about 2 years, maybe even 1 year, when it's accessible to everyone. What's going to happen not just to the small time people, all the people who are employed like cinematographers, people like actors, people who do the lighting, who do the editing, but also to the bigger studios, right? Everything's gonna change, and not just in cinema or movie industry, but every single industry. But here is the key thing. Here is the key thing. This is a time of opportunity for small entrepreneurs. You see what happens now? AI equalizes things for you, me, and the big shot guys. How does it do that? Now, if I am a content writer, I'm limited by my resources, by my times. If I don't know the language, if I can't, for example, I'm a foreigner, I don't really have a great command over the English language, I can't write effectively, then my options are to either be out of the market or employ a copywriter or a content writer and pay a pile of money to them, or find sources where I can get cheap content done. Maybe it's not that effective. And that has been a struggle for a lot of marketers. How to create effective social media posts, how to create effective blog articles, how to create images, infographics, content that is compelling and that can stand against the top creators, right? That's where the divide was. You just couldn't be in the market because you couldn't afford to compete against guys like CNN, ZDNet, and all those big shot companies who were using top quality talent, who were paying top quality, top end of the money to everyone and taking away literally entire market, right? Leaving nothing for you guys. Now you can do a lot of things with AI. You can create great articles, you can create fantastic social media posts, you can create amazing reels, shorts, even long videos if you compile it together using, I'm sure a lot of you guys must have heard of faceless videos. So you can create content like that using just AI, literally for pennies or a couple of dollars. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to create compelling, effective content that stands at par with the best in the industry. Now that is a great equalizer, don't you think so? Everybody here, if you agree with this message, drop me a yes so that I don't so that I know that I'm resonating with you and I can continue from here with a better pace. So everybody who resonates with this, give me a yes. Let me see who's here. A lot of SS yeses just popped up. Michelle, JT, Dimitri, RC, Trevor, Richard. Well, guys, thank you so much. I totally am on board with this too. And I've seen that in my business. AI has enabled me to create content, tools, systems, workflows that have made me so much more productive. This opportunity is only available to entrepreneurs because we are going to use AI to become more productive, to become more effective. And maybe it's not such a great time for somebody who's got a job, but if you want to become a small entrepreneur, if you want to create content, if you want to do something for yourself, then this is the best of the times, because then now you can use the power of the leverage that AI gives you and get ahead so much faster. So guys, that's going to be the theme of our webinar today. We'll talk about how that works specifically in so many different markets. And I want you to absolutely be focused right now. I'm sure by this time, probably every one of you is already in this mode where you feel connected with the message and you're ready to find out more. But if not, drop everything else, put your phone on the silent mode, and get a warm cup of water or coffee or tea, whatever you want, and let's get this going. So the first thing, let's talk about the agenda of the webinar. We're going to be talking about how AI is changing the business landscape. I just talked about the opportunity a little while ago. We'll also talk about creating content with zero resources and zero talent, right? So I just don't need to have not only the money, but I don't even need to have the talent, right? That's the best thing ever. Like, I can believe that it's true and that I get to live this life, that I have this opportunity to be literally anyone I want using AI, right? So that's a great thing. And I'll also talk about some ways where people have used AI right now to create amazing businesses online, that there is a new niche in the market that just emerged in the last 6 to 7 months. It's faceless AI videos. People have been producing faceless videos using AI for every single niche on every single topic you can imagine, and they have created businesses worth tens of thousands of dollars without having to spend a lot of money creating that content, without having the accent, without having the recording voice, without having the talent of editing. Absolutely nearly zero effective talent or effective time. They don't need to spend all day to create that content. They've been able to create a business based on that. We'll also talk about the preposition of multi-AI, because you see, if you're using only ChatGPT, and that's a problem I've discussed with a lot of people earlier too, every AI is like a brain. It's like a person that's thinking, that's responding. So when you give it an input, the AI responds from its brain, and it's kind of locked in the pattern. Just like you would approach a human being, you would ask a question. If the question is same, it's asked by a million people, maybe there would be a variance in the order of things, maybe there would be a variance in the signaling, the words, but the message, the answer you get is practically always gonna be the same. Do you understand the problem of single AI? When you approach ChatGPT along with a million other people, ask it to write a social post on a topic, everybody's getting the similar social post, and that's why nobody is going to be able to rank. So that's why you need to solve the problem using multi AIs, and we'll talk about that more too. Next, we'll also talk about Voisi. It's a new app from me, and it's the ultimate voice and languages toolkit. We'll see why very soon. We'll also look at amazing things that only Voisi can do. And at the end of this, there are going to be special winners. I'm going to give $50 back to, three people here will win $50 back at the end of this webinar. So we'll be announcing the winners too. So look forward to that. And let's check out what we have in the webinar from here. So the next thing, very quickly, who we are. This is Technic Force. I'm sure many of you know my company. Some of you might be using, or I would say most of you could be using one of my products already. So if you are using one of my products, you understand, you already know the kind of commitment we have to making sure the products are the best in the industry and they work very well. So we are rated 4.9 stars on Google Business by customers like you. So very quick check. If you're using one of my products, please give me a yes so that I know that you are somebody who's already familiar and I can connect to you at that level. So drop me a yes if you're using one of my products. Michelle says yes. Richard, you're using my product. Jeff, And Glenn, JT is using AI Collective, Joe, RC is using Tube Jeet. Lots of people are using a lot of different products from me. Very quickly, I'm Cyril Gupta, the founder of Technic Force, and it's the company I have created to work. This is I'm a programmer. I'm a career programmer. I've been making software all my life, literally from about when I was 15. And Technic Force is my dream to create effective products to serve the internet marketing industry. It's very specific. Now, let's talk about the AI disruption. What I call disruption, evolution, crossroads, whatever you want to call it. Today is the time when AI is actually already taken over. Many of us don't just realize it yet, right? So if you got a digital business, here are the two things. You have two choices: either be obsoleted or use AI to scale your business to a new height by reducing cost, by being more effective, being more productive, getting more output out there just by making a small change in your business, using AI to put together what you are going to put together. Right. So here is an image that I created, of course, with AI. This is created in Pixci, and the AI that I used to create this image is Flux AI. It's the best image model right now for creating any sort of images online. And you can see what's happening in this image. There is an artist, but he's not creating his canvas. He's not creating his art himself. He's got an AI friend, and he's just directing, hey, do this for me. And AI is creating the actual artwork. That's the kind of future you want to work towards, right? You don't want to be doing things yourself. You don't want to be slow. You don't want to be having to do many iterations. When you can use AI to do things without having any sort of extra effort or talent. You don't need to have a camera presence. You don't need to be a trained designer. You don't need to speak the language well. You don't need to have good accent. You don't need to have a radio voice or the desire or the capability to speak in public. All of that can be taken care of by AIs. So here's the thing: be an entrepreneur and use your entrepreneurial mindset to use AI to create a better business for yourself. Don't be bitter about it. Chase your goals and let AI do all the work. That's the thing. All right, so next, I want to show you this photograph. Now, creating this kind of image just 3 months ago was literally impossible when you used AI, right? Because you can see this person, he's holding a little sign that says Technic Force. You can see every letter is formed correctly. There is no disruption. He's got a correct number of fingers. And the image is so realistic, so well lit, that the only way you can know that it's AI is just because it looks too perfect, right? Human beings can't do this kind of a work if they're not very trained, if they don't have all the equipment, but AI can. So the AIs that we are looking at today have crossed the tipping point. Now, let me tell you what the tipping point was. In the beginning, just a few months ago, when AIs came into the market, I'm talking about DALL-E 1, ChatGPT 2, and all of these different AIs, they sucked very hard. They couldn't write a great paragraph. They couldn't create a very, very compelling image. They couldn't create very compelling audio. So when you listen to an AI generated audio, it sounded monotonous. It sounded like a robotic voice, and you just couldn't connect to it. You just couldn't relate to it. Now what's happened at this exact moment, AI has reached a point when it equals the experts in every single department, in every single portfolio. So when you ask the AI to draw a cartoon, it's gonna draw a cartoon that's equivalent to the best experts. When you ask AI to create a video, it's gonna create a video that shoots and looks like it's from the best experts, right? When you ask AI to make some audio, it's gonna be so well recorded that you would need to be a professional audio artist. You need to be a professional radio artist to be able to equal what the AI can perform. That's the tipping point. But here is the news. What's gonna happen is AI is gonna exceed the best people, the best experts, and do a better job of everything than people in just the next few months. Now, all of you, some of you guys knew about Sora, which was amazing. Who here has heard of Strawberry? This is also technology from OpenAI. Is there anyone here who's heard of Strawberry? Give me a yes if you heard of Strawberry. And if you haven't heard of it, be honest, drop me a no so that I can compare how many people have heard about it, how many people have still to hear about it. Dimitri says yes, Michelle says yes, Joe says no, Richard says no. So it's right now it's about 50%. Now Paul has joined the no bandwagon. Glenn says yes. So I would say it's about a 50-50 divide. A lot of people have heard about it. A lot of people haven't heard about it yet. So Strawberry is actually the next version of ChatGPT from OpenAI, which they were hiding for a little while. I'm sure you heard about the time when Sam Altman was fired from the company. He left the company because the board members alleged that he was trying to create a technology that would fundamentally change the nature of the world, and it was too dangerous. That's the word they used, right? And Strawberry is exactly that technology, which I think they have refined, they have made it better, they have brought it under control. I really hope so, right? And it's going to be launched in the market in the coming 4 months, and it's way ahead of what you have. ChatGPT 4, Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, which is the best model right now. Strawberry is way ahead of all of that. It can be a true agent, which means you can talk to it, you can tell it exactly what you want, and it figures out the rest, just like a real human being, right? You tell the human being, hey, could you bake me a pie? And that's it. That's all you need to do. And the human being can bake you a pie if they know how to bake a pie. So the AI can do literally that. And Robbie is asking me, is Strawberry AGI? Well, Robbie, I won't venture to say that it's AGI, not yet, but I believe fundamentally, I've been a technologist all my life. I see the progress recently that's happening. I believe that AGI is not very far. It will be here faster before we can imagine. It's going to be very interesting times, right? So the point is, the tipping point is here. Till now, AI was worse than human beings. Suddenly, it was nearly as good as human beings. Right now, it's as good as the best experts in every single field. And very soon, it's going to exceed the best experts. How is the world going to look then? I don't know. I guess you will be more productive. If you want to take it in a positive spin, you can use AI to be more productive. You can use AI to scale up your business. I would think this is going to be a moment like the first moment when the personal computer was invented by Apple and brought into the market, or by IBM and brought into the market. Maybe when Microsoft Windows was launched, the version 3.1, which fundamentally just changed the world for a lot of people. Maybe the time when internet was invented, kind of like that. Or maybe the time when electricity was invented. The only difference being all of these technologies came into the mainstream in a matter of years, decades, sometimes more than a couple of decades. So the world had a chance to adapt around it, to make themselves more comfortable and adjust with the impact. But the AI technologies are going to hit us all at once. We better be prepared. So I have already discussed this. AI is as good as the experts. It's going to create content that's going to be equivalent to the 1%, maybe even better than people. So that's there. And I want to specifically discuss voice and languages, guys, because that's what today's focus is going to be. The tool that I'm going to introduce to you today, Voisi, it's focused on voice and languages. And I already have tools for creating content. There is a excellent LLM, large language model tool that I brought into the market earlier. It's called AI Collective. We have some users who already use it here. I had a tool to create amazing graphics online using multiple AIs. It's called Pixci. And this tool that I'm going to introduce to you today, Voisi, it's a voice and languages tool. So it is to voice and languages what AI Collective was to text, what Pixci was to images. It brings the entire gamut, entire collection, all the different options that you have in the world of AI together in one place, so that you can achieve anything in this particular content type that AI has available. What I'm going to show you next is actually going to blow your mind. But before that, let's quickly go through a couple of use cases, not a couple, like some use cases that you can create with Voisi. One of the things that you can do right now is create faceless videos. So guys, is there anyone here who has tried to create a faceless video, who's researched the niche, who's wanted to get into it? Give me a yes if anyone here has tried to create faceless videos. RC is one of those guys. He's tried to create faceless, and you're actually creating them right now. Fantastic. So RC, you know what I'm talking about, the kind of potential, the niche. You can use this technology to create faceless videos. You don't have to appear on the camera. You don't have to have camera presence. You don't even need to have a camera. You can use AI to create everything from the visuals to the script to the narration. So the proper workflow that goes here is you start off by thinking of a topic. Or actually, you don't even need to think. You can go to Google Trends, or you can ask the AIs, hey, what's trending? Maybe something from history, something from science, something from the mainstream, maybe sociological, maybe biological, medicine, anything you can imagine, right? Absolutely no limits to the topic, because again, you don't need to have any resources to create content on it, right? It's literally a zero resource act. So you can think of any topic, then you can research it using AI, and you can tell the AI something like ChatGPT or AI Collective or Claude Sonnet. Here is a tip, guys. The best AI model right now for content generation is Claude Sonnet 3.5. That's the one you should be using. It will create amazing, amazing content. And I hope you've been using that already. If not, take a look at it. So you can create a script in Claude Sonnet, and then you can create images for that script by using something like Pixci, where you have AIs like Flux, or you can even go to a DALL-E 2 if you want a little bit lower quality images and you're okay with it. You can go to OpenAI, use ChatGPT to create those images, visuals, and then you can create the audio narration for the script using any voice AI. So earlier you could be having a 11 Labs account, you could be paying for it a lot of money, or you could use a tool, maybe Voisi, and get the audio from there. Then you just put it all together. You have a video that would take a lot of money to produce otherwise, that would take multiple talented people, audio artists, image creators, content writers to create, and you can just put it together all by yourself. Amount of money spent, $0. You can literally do it for $0. Less than $1 per video is what you would need to spend to create a high quality faceless videos when you use AI. Now you can also create podcasts. Now, if you've heard of podcast, you know what Joe Rogan is doing. He's got a following of millions. You can do that using AI. I'm going to speed up a little because I think I'm lagging a little bit. So I'm just going to speed up and try to get through the slides faster. So you can create podcasts with AI, two people talking to each other, each having a different voice, different perspective, discussing something engaging. So you know what's going on in the world right now. Something is upheaval, something is in upheaval somewhere. You could create a podcast discussing that. You could put all kinds of perspectives. People would love that. And you can do it with AI without being an expert, without knowing the matter. You can just tell ChatGPT, or you can tell Gemini, or you can tell Claude, hey, could you write me a script of two people talking about this particular topic, and they should have opposing views, and at the end I kind of want a conclusion, right? As simple as that. You can also create narrations and voiceovers for regular videos, for your VSLs, for absolutely anything that you want to do online. Maybe you want to sell a product, anything that you want to create that involves audio, you can create narrations for it. And you can also make video sales letters, explainers, all through the AI. Now, using AI technologies, using Voisi, for example, you can also clone your voice. So you can give it a voice sample, and AI can speak out content in a way that it sounds like your voice. So I'm going to talk about all of this next. Now, again, this is all in context of Voisi, because Voisi can do all the things that I just showed you, and I'm going to show you exactly how that happens. So Voisi is the ultimate AI toolkit for voice and languages. It does everything that AI can, because here is the thing. I built in it all the top AI providers. So I have integrated into Voisi, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, IBM, and a few others. I have taken all their audio related technologies, put them together in Voisi, and given you access to the most powerful audio software for AI in the market, with the hugest collection of everything. So Voisi has 450 voices, ready-made voices, high quality, near lifelike voices, right from simple voices to highly complicated ones. You get the entire range. Absolutely every voice that you've heard online that is generated by AI is in Voisi, right? Next, it's got translations. It's got translations from all the top providers. For example, right now, OpenAI has the best translation system. It's called Whisper. It's in Voisi. It's got the translation mechanism from Google, from Microsoft, from Amazon, every single company. It can also do transcriptions. You can feed it audio, and Voisi can turn it into content. So you can feed it an audio file, you can feed it a conversation. Maybe you like a video online, you would like to write a blog on it. Feed it to Voisi, get the script, and write a blog on it using any kind of AI you want, AI Collective or ChatGPT, it's up to you. It can clone your voice Yes, it can clone your voice for literally pennies. If you've been spending a lot of money in 11 labs, oh my god, you're going to save a lot of money today. And it can also create music. Music is one of the few realms which were left just a little while ago, but now the kind of music that Voisi creates is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm going to show it to you, and I promise you, you will be absolutely blown away. So yes, with Voicy, you can create conversations using AI just by feeding it a script, just like this one. Hi, my name is John, and John is talking to Joanna. So it can be skits, dramas, jokes, ads, whatever you want to produce with conversations. You can create them in Voicy. You can create content in 100 plus languages, right? Because you want to reach the world. If you got an online product, you got an online service, or you got content online, you're trying to spread your message, you can take it literally to any part of the world in any language. No need to worry, because the AI does a great job of translation, and Voisi can take any content and transform it into any other type of content. Now I'm going to show you a demo in just a second. It can also clone your voice, create original music, and I want to show you how it works. Let me, instead of telling you about it, let me show you a demo. Anyone, if you want to see a demo right now, if you're excited about it, give me a yes, and I promise I will play the demo right now. So give me a yes, and when I see enough yeses on the screen, I will play the demo. Awesome. So again, this has literally everything that AI has. I already got a bunch of yeses: Richard, Glenn, Dimitri, and Joe says, I'm going to make really effective, not cheesy AI videos that are top notch. Well, Joe, you can do that. If not today, just wait a couple of months and you will be able to do that. Let me show you a demo of what Voisi
Hi
can do
guys,
today.
this is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, and today I want to show you Voisi. This is the ultimate
Just a second, I'm gonna mute myself.
AI toolkit for audio and languages. If there is anything that AI can do with audio, Voisi can do it. Let's take a look at all the things that it can do. When you log in into Voisi, the first thing you see is the dashboard that has all the information that tells you about the kind of work you've done, your workflow definitions, the conversations that you've created, your latest workflows, the tasks, and also a list of the latest tasks that you've done, and you can download your files right from here. Now let's take a look at what Voisi can actually create. So the first thing, Voisi is the only AI application for audio that can do conversations. Yes, you can create audio files with two or more people talking with just text. Let me show you how it's done. So click on add conversation and give it a name like funny conversation, and then click on next, and this is where you add your script. This is how the script looks for Voisi. You can see it's just a standard dramatic script where each person's dialogue is in front of its name. You can just copy it and paste it, click on next step, and now you can select the voice for each person. And you know what, Voisi lets you select what the voice source is. You can select from all these providers voices from Google, Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, OpenAI, and even your cloned voices. Yes, you can make a clone of your own voice, your friends' voices, and you can have a conversation created from your own voices using AI. That's the power of Voisi. Now I will show you clone voices just a little bit later, how to clone the voices. But for now, let's select a voice for Joey. So I selected the provider OpenAI. You can select what language you want to create the audio in, and you can select the gender. It's a male voice for this one, and you can see we've got multiple choices based on the provider.
Artificial intelligence is the big
You can listen to the sample.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution.
Let's choose this one. Then we gotta select a voice for Rachel. Again, let's choose OpenAI. The language, this time female, and let's go for this one.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution.
Fantastic. And for Phoebe, let's try to go for Microsoft Azure and English. We got so many different options. So let's find English, United Kingdom, that will work. Phoebe is British now, and female. Select the voice.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest.
Perfect. And for Chandler, I'm going to use one of my cloned voices. So for English, and this is my voice.
Artificial intelligence.
Well, it's a bit like my voice, but you can hear it. It's pretty impressive voice. And you can just click on submit. All right, so our funny conversation is now at work and it's being created. It will be ready in just a few minutes. Till then, let's take a look at the rest of the applications. So you can create conversations. You can also convert text to speech. It's very simple. Click on add new, give it a name like my task 02 or 01, whatever you want. Select the service. We have multiple providers even for text to speech, because remember, every provider has a different voice quality. It gives you different options. Let's go for OpenAI, and again, you can use your clone voices too. Don't forget that. You can choose the input language like English. Click next. Of course, select the voice first. Onyx.
Artificial intelligence.
Perfect. Click next, and then you can paste your text right over here. You can paste one line, but up to 4,000 characters, so you can have a lot of information in there. Once you're ready, click on submit, and your text generation task is also now working. When it's ready, you will see the success meter right over here, and you'll be able to listen. It takes just a few minutes for the work to be done, and when you see the success, you know it's done. You can either download the input file or listen to the audio that you just created. Download it and you can play it.
Voisi is the best AI app for audio generation.
And you have every single provider with every single voice created to give you the best options in your text-to-speech tasks. Alright, let's go back and check our conversation. It's already a success. It's been created, and if you want, you can see the individual parts of it. You can download each fragment separately, or you can download and listen to the entire conversation. Alright.
Hey Rachel, I am hungry.
You just ate 1 hour ago, Joey.
That's a really long time for Joey.
Do you want pizza?
What kind is it?
Don't eat that pizza, Joey.
Why Chandler?
It's got pineapple on it.
What? I can't eat a pizza with pineapple. That's not a pizza. It's a fruit salad.
Check this out. This is how easy it is to create conversations using Voisi. And again, you get all the available languages that AI has to offer. You get all the available voices, and you can even clone your own voices. This means you can create conversations, podcasts, you can create fantastic stories, interactive audio, all using Voisi. Next, let's take a look at speech to text. This feature allows you to convert audio files into text. So give it a name like my test 02. Select the service that you want to use. Every provider is different. We have Google, Amazon, Microsoft Azure, IBM Watson, and OpenAI. All of them have different qualities. At this moment, I think OpenAI is the best. You can select different languages too. Every provider has a separate set of languages, but the advantage is because we have everyone, you get the hugest options in terms of the languages that it can process. So click next and put in your audio file. I have a little sample right over here. Click on it and then click on submit. So again, Voisi will create a task, and once it's done, we'll be able to check out the results. Here's our task right over here. Let's check back in a couple of minutes. Next, we'll see translate text, and this is to translate any content into another language. Click on add new and let's give it a name. Select the service. Again, you have all the options that you want. We can use OpenAI if you want, or we can use Microsoft Azure or Google, whichever you want. Let's translate from English to Hindi and then click next. Paste your content in the top box, or you can even upload a file. This can handle up to 2000 words. When you're ready, click on submit, and your translation is done right away. You can see the translation is over here. You can download the file and open it. You can see this is the translated text. Meanwhile, our speech to text task is also done and it's right over here. You can download it. It's a text file, and you can see this is the text. It's properly formatted, and you can see it even capitalized my name. It understood that this is my name. The spellings are all correct and it's all formatted. Even the commas are done. This is how easy it is to convert audio to text using Voisi with all the best available technologies. Remember, I showed you how you can create a conversation with your own cloned voice. Yes, Voisi lets you clone your voice and use it in either conversations or text to speech projects. To clone your voice, click on Add Voice right over here, give it a name like Cyril's Voice, and then upload an audio sample. All you need is a 30-second sample maximum. Select it and click on Submit. That's it, your voice is cloned. You can download a sample output. Let's listen to it.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution in the history of mankind.
This is my voice cloned. You can clone absolutely any voice in the world, male or female, and then convert it into conversations or speech. So you can put in approximations of your own voice and use it in languages that you don't even speak. Yes, clone voices work in 17 prominent languages. You can even create music with Voisi. Original music that you have 100% copyright ownership on, it's created using AI. So give it a name like Voisi song, and you can either create instrumentals, in which case just describe what you want to create. Do not use the words tags. Or if you want to create songs with words, just have a proper song script like this. So I have the section marked out using one of these tags, and then the verse, and finally then put in a tag that you want to use, maybe the genre of the song, then click on add tag and it's added. You can add more tags if you want to further qualify how the song should sound. When you're ready, click on submit. And the music generation can take a couple of minutes. Alright, the music is now generated. You can download the file and listen to it. How's that?
Let's make great songs, it's time to get fussy.
Time to get Voisi.
Voisi rocks.
Voisi rocks. How's
It's an
that?
AI app. Makes songs that make you wanna clap. Voisi is the best app. Get it now.
That's music generated by Voisi, and you can generate it in multiple languages with words, with audio. And finally, workflows is a special technology that we have created which lets you create workflow definitions like this one, and you can decide what kind of input you want to bring in. You can either bring in text or audio, and then you can create multiple steps. For example, you can bring in text and then you can add tasks like convert to Spanish. So you bring in English text and you convert it to Spanish, and then with the converted Spanish text you can convert it to speech, you can convert it to audio. So the workflows are a great way to automate repetitive tasks. For example, see this one. We translate text into Japanese and convert it into audio, and then you can use the finished audio file to upload, which means you don't need to do repetitive tasks over and over, clicking and sorting, clicking and choosing. It's all done on full autopilot. So this was the demo of Voisi. It's the most powerful AI toolkit for voice and languages ever invented.
All right, guys, so this is what Voisi can do. If your mind is blown, give me a yes if you know and you believe that this is the most powerful AI application for audio and content toolkit for audio and languages in the market. Give me a yes if you believe so, and I will show you even more amazing stuff that Voisi can do. So I'm getting some yeses already. Kelvin says awesome. It's a yes. Paul says yes. RC Art, Glenn, Russell, Drew, Sid Frazier, seems so. Joe says yes. Richard says yes. Nice. AI Drew says amazing. Ron says wow. Well, I'm going to show you a couple more things that will be amazingly interesting. You will have fun with them. So I'm on the Voisi sales page now. And one of the things that Voisi can do is create audio with different accents. So let's say you have English and you want to have a Japanese character speak in English, for example. Listen to this. I think the audio on my browser is not working for some reason. Okay, so you can go to getvoisi.in sales, or maybe have I done something wrong here? Let me see. Okay, for some reason my browser's audio is not working right now. So you can actually create speakers with different accents. So you can have people who speak English with the Indian accent, who speak English with a Japanese accent, like literally every language in the world. You can feed the script in English and have conversations, have narrations with people speaking all sorts of different in all sorts of different ways. An Englishman speaking French, for example, how would it speak? So imagine the kind of dramatic possibilities. You can create some literally amazing stories, amazing content with it. By the way, I want to show you another song that one of our audience members created on Voisi while we were on the webinar. This is a song by Dave Gwindon. He created it with Voisi. He got early access while we were talking. He already bought it, got in, and he created this song. Listen to this one.
Woke up in the morning with a fire in my eyes. World tried to knock me down, but I still rise. Heart's been bruised, but I'm stronger for the pain. I'm climbing higher, breaking every chain.
Can you imagine this is done by AI?
Rise up, never gonna fall. Stand tall, giving my all. This is my moment, my time to shine. I'll rise up, the world is mine. Walking through the shadows, but I see the light. Every step I take on winning this fight. Dreams on the horizon, closer every day. Nothing's gonna stop me, I'm paving my way. When the world says no, I'll say yes. I'll keep pushing through, no time for rest. Rise above the hate, leave.
This is the kind of music that you can create by Voisi. Like I said, it's expert level stuff, and not even an amateur human being can be that creative. The kind of voice you have, the kind of singing, everything is amazing when it comes to AI. And I got to tell you something interesting, guys. Now, if you've been using one of my apps, I know some of you have AI Collective. So all the people here who have AI Collective, give me a yes. If you have Pixci, give me a yes. I want to tell you something interesting about it. All of these applications that I'm creating now are multi-AI. I talked about it briefly a little while ago. Pixci, like in Pixci and AI Collective, a lot of people have my tools, JT, Paul, Paul Tillery, Kamala for Trump, Kamala Trump. Well, that's funny. Ron has both, Robbie has them too. So all of these tools, the best thing about it is whenever there is a new AI in the market that does the job better, I just put them into it. I put the new AI into them. For example, in Pixci 2 days ago, I put in Phoenix from Leonardo, which was launched 2 days ago. So the same day it was launched, I put it into Pixci. And I showed you that image which had the person holding Technic Force logo, right? This one, I think, yep, this one. This is created using Leonardo Phoenix inside of Pixci. So imagine the kind of work that you can do with all the new AIs. And the good news is Voisi not doesn't just have today's technologies, but all the future ones. So when there are new AIs in the market, which maybe make better videos, which clone your voice better, which create better voice overs for you, which do better translations, which do better speech to text, I'm going to be putting them in Voisi, and your investment in Voisi is going to take you to the future. You would not have to buy a lot of new products again because all the new features are coming into Voisi, right? So Oliver is asking me, can you use Techniforce credits? Absolutely, Oliver. If you have them, go ahead and use them, right? So your future is absolutely AI proof. you will never have to worry about all the modern new AIs coming in, because all of them are automatically coming into Voisi. So workflows, I showed them to you. They will automate your work. So you can create workflows, for example, to create your blog and then translate it into 5 languages. You can automatically translate your blog and make your podcast in 5 languages from your blog. So that means you can syndicate it, you can reach a global audience, and you won't have to just click and wait, click and wait, click and wait. One click can do the entire job. That's the power of workflows. Next, Voisi also supports a technology called SSML, Speech Synthesis Markup Language, which means you can mark up your text using SSML tags, and you can make it absolutely fulfilled with emotion, just like a human being. Now, Voisi already detects the tone depending on what you're saying. So if you're saying something sad, Voisi will try to say it in a sad way. I'm sure we noticed it when we saw the conversation about how indignant Joey was when he was talking about pineapple on pizza. I personally don't have any experience. So if you like pineapple on pizza, be my guest. I don't have a problem with that, but Joey does. So you know how indignant he was, but you can change it further. Let's say you want to show sarcasm. You can target in such a way that a person can say something sad in a happy way or something happy in a sad way. Absolutely. Right. So that's a power of SSML. And uh, somebody is asking me here, will we get the new AIs in the future? Absolutely, you will. All the new AIs will be available in the future too. Awesome. So let's take a look at the Voisi upgrades. Now, today we are doing a special launch event of Voisi. And if you get it today, you will be able to buy it for a one-time price. Full disclosure, I don't sell my products for a one-time price, apart from the launch events that I do very, very rarely. So if you see a product on an event like this, it's very likely that you wouldn't get it for the next 2 years with a similar event. So when you see something like this, it's the best time to buy my products, because you don't have to pay an yearly recurring on it. And Voisi comes with a few upgrades. You also get Voisi Pro on it. So it actually removes all the limits from all the features. It gives you the best possible version for everything. You get 50,000 credits. You can run 50 jobs simultaneously, unlimited workflows. You get exclusive models. All the future AIs that come to you will come to you if you get the Pro version, for example. And you also get 450 plus voices today, which will expand in the future. You get priority processing, commercial rights, and 2 years of free upgrade, right? Then you also get Voisi Reseller as an upgrade, which is the option to sell Voisi and keep the money all to yourself. So you get 75 licenses here, and you can sell those licenses and keep the money. Now remember my disclosure, I told you just a little bit earlier, I do not sell my products on a one-time price after launch, but you have absolutely the freedom to sell it on a recurring basis or even on one time. Also, second thing, right now, Voisi is on a very special price. You can get it for like 54% plus discount, but right after the launch is over, I'm gonna sell the front end of Voisi for $67, and everything is gonna be on recurring. So things are gonna be a lot more expensive, and you can actually sell Voisi and make a ton of money. In my past experiences, people who have bought my resellers, some of them have unlocked up to $8,800 from just this package that I'm gonna offer you today on this webinar. Next, you also get Pixci AI Pro. So some of you who don't have Pixci, it's a mind-blowing application. It gives you access to all the AIs of the world that do graphics, that do images. It's already got ready-made workflows, and you can create absolutely any sort of image with it that you want. All the AI created images that I have in here are already available inside. You also get Vidscribe Pro. Vidscribe is a tool that you can use to redub and title your videos. So you can feed it a video in English. It will automatically translate it and make the videos audio in French, for example. So you can put in video of any language and take out a video in any other language. So it does the redubbing on full autopilot using AI. Now, it as a special bonus, only if you get Voisi from this webinar. I have a special all-inclusive deal for you, and I will tell you how to get to the deal. And it's very important that you pay attention to me because it takes a couple of steps when I show you how. So if you do that, if you get the all-inclusive deal, you will also get access to Tuberank Jeet Pro AI, which will help you rank your videos faster, right? Next, if you put all of these tools together and you were looking at the real retail price of these tools, you would have to spend $2,612 to get access. And again, none of these tools are available for a one-time price. They're all on recurring, but today on this webinar, you can get them for a one-time price. And it's not $2,612. It's not $397. It's not even $297. The fact is you can get the entire tool set for just $249. I will show you exactly how. To do that, what you need to do is you need to either go to getvoisi.in sales, or you can even go to getvoisi.in. Right now the launch is live. You can see the sales page is live. I had an earlier session of the webinar. If you want, you can play that, but the best thing is to go to this button, click here, and the next thing you want to do is buy the front end version. Click on it like this, and you will be taken to a checkout screen where you can upgrade your purchase to Voisi All Inclusive. That takes it up to $249 right over here, and you can use the coupon Voisi SPCL to get a further $5 discount and capture it for only $244, and you get access to everything including Voisi reseller. So somebody is asking me, Russ, you're asking me, could you get only reseller? You can, of course, but the best deal here is to buy the all-inclusive deal, which gives you access to Voisi Pro upgrade, including Voisi Elite. It also gives you Voisi reseller upgrade. You get Vidscribe Pro, you get Pixci Pro and Tuberank Jeet Pro. The funnel price, that is, if you go into the funnel right now and buy it at the best discounted price for a one-time price, you would be spending $585 to buy all these products in the funnel. But you can right now get everything for $244. The bump is available at $217, and the elite version, you can get a discount of $5 using the coupon Voisi Special, and only need to spend $27. So guys, this is the time to get Voisi, and I want you to go into the tool. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now for your convenience. So it's in the chat right now. Do you see that? If you see the link in there, let me know. And if you're inside, let me know that you're in so that I can give you a shout out. And also, if you have any questions about Voisi, let me know about that. All right, coming back to this. So guys, who's ready to watch while people are getting Voisi? Who's ready to watch the demo one more time? So Richard says yes already. He's got the tool already. Congratulations, Richard, you're in. By the way, I need to announce it one more time. 3 winners here today who purchased Voisi are gonna get $50 more back. So this is the best time to purchase Voisi. You just might win $50 back too. So keep me notified when you purchase so that I can give you a shout out. And Swati can mark you down for the lucky draw. At the end of the webinar, we are going to select 3 people who will get $50 back into their PayPal. Right. So meanwhile, let's take a look at another look at the Voisi demo. Let's check it out one more time. These are all the
Hi guys, this is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, and today I want to show you Voisi. This is the ultimate AI toolkit for audio and languages. If there is anything.
All right, guys, credits are there inside of Voisi. When you get the all-inclusive version, you get 50,000 credits, which is a lot of credits. Again, I want to remind you, credits cost inside of Voisi is very cheap. For example, to make a song, a complete song, you only need to spend 15 credits. to clone your voice, you're going to spend something like 20 credits. And if you want to create audio files, depending on the length of the audio, you could spend like about 5 credits to 25, 30, 40 credits for every single batch processed. Now imagine the amount of credits that you get today, 50,000 credits. You're never gonna run out. All of you guys who've already got software from me, like AI Collective, you got Pixci, and you got other tools from me, you know that you've been using these tools every day, and you have the complete freedom to use it as much as you want, because again, not like other people, I make it a point to make sure that the tools that I create are high quality, and I'm generous with the limit so that you can actually use it in your business every day. Because my tools are designed not for the hype, they're designed to take your business forward. So the credit limits are quite generous. Of course, we want to have credits because that's how you give access. You get access to good quality tools by making sure that you are able to pay back the developer enough, just about enough to keep it sustainable. So I wouldn't do anything that is non-sustainable, because that is the worst idea, guys. I'm not one of those guys who will promise you, hey, this is something that you can use as much as you want, and after 6 months it just goes out of development. You can't even access it anymore. I know it's happened to you before. If it's happened to you before, give me a yes. The best change here is doesn't happen when you get a tool from me. So let's go back to the demo, and I will try to answer questions in chat.
That AI can do with audio, Voisi can do it. Let's take a look at all the things that it can do. When you log in into Voisi, the first thing you see is the dashboard that has all the information that tells you about the kind of work you've done, your workflow definitions, the conversations that you've created, your latest workflows, the tasks, and also a list of the latest tasks that you've done, and you can download your files right from here. Now let's take a look at what Voisi can actually create. So the first thing, Voisi is the only AI application for audio that can do conversations. Yes, you can create audio files with 2 or more people talking with just text. Let me show you how it's done. So click on add conversation and give it a name like funny conversation, and then click on next, and this is where you add your script. This is how the script looks for Voisi. You can see it's just a standard dramatic script where each person's dialogue is in front of its name. You can just copy it and paste it. Click on next step, and now you can select the voice for each person. And you know what? Voisi lets you select what the voice source is. You can select from all these providers, voices from Google, Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, OpenAI, and even your cloned voices. Yes, you can make a clone of your own voice, your friends' voices, and you can have a conversation created from your own voices using AI. That's the power of Voisi. Now, I will show you clone voices just a little bit later, how to clone the voices. But for now, let's select a voice for Joey. So I selected the provider OpenAI. You can select what language you want to create the audio in, and you can select the gender. It's a male voice for this one, and you can see we've got multiple choices based on the provider.
Artificial intelligence is the big...
You can listen to the sample.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution.
Let's choose this one. Then we gotta select a voice for Rachel. Again, let's choose OpenAI. The language, this time female, and let's go for this one.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution.
Fantastic. And for Phoebe, let's try to go for Microsoft Azure and English. We've got so many different options. So let's find English, United Kingdom, that will work. Phoebe is British now, and female. Select the voice.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest.
Perfect. And for Chandler, I'm going to use one of my cloned voices. So for English, and this is my voice.
Artificial intelligence.
Well, it's a bit like my voice, but you can hear it. It's pretty impressive voice. And you can just click on submit. All right, so our funny conversation is now at work and it's being created. It'll be ready in just a few minutes. Till then, let's take a look at the rest of the applications. So you can create conversations. You can also convert text to speech. It's very simple. Click on add new, give it a name like my task 02 or 01, whatever you want. Select the service. We have multiple providers even for text to speech, because remember, every provider has a different voice quality. It gives you different options. Let's go for OpenAI, and again, you can use your clone voices too, don't forget that. You can choose the input language like English. Click next. Of course, select the voice first. Onyx.
Artificial intelligence.
Perfect. Click next, and then you can paste your
Trevor
text
is
right
in.
over here.
Congratulations, Trevor.
You can paste one line, but up to 4,000 characters, so you can have a lot of information in there. Once you're ready, click on submit, and your text generation task is also now working. When it's ready, you will see the success meter right over here, and you'll be able to listen. It takes just a few minutes for the work to be done, and when you see the success, you know it's done. You can either download
Russell
the input
is in.
file or listen to the
Congratulations,
audio
Russell.
that
I
you
will see
just
you
created.
inside. We got you
Download
down for
it
the
and you can play it.
sweepstakes.
Voisi is the best AI app for audio generation.
And you have every single provider with every single voice created to give you the best options in your text to speech tasks. Alright, let's go back and check our conversation. It's already a success. It's been created, and if you want, you can see the individual parts of it. You can download each fragment separately, or you can download and listen to the entire conversation. Alright.
Hey Rachel, I am hungry.
You just ate 1 hour ago, Joey.
That's a really long time for Joey.
Do you want pizza?
What kind is it?
Don't eat that pizza, Joey.
Why Chandler?
It's got pineapple on it.
What? I can't eat a pizza with pineapple. That's not a pizza. It's a fruit salad.
By the way, guys, I want to point out to you there is no tool in the market available except Voisi that can do conversations. I'm sure you have seen tools that do narrations, so you can make faceless videos that only have narrations. But with Voisi, you can do conversations. You can have two people talking to each other, and you can have them debating, or you can have them talking about stuff that people can engage with, which means you can create podcasts. You can create some really crazy kind of content with it.
Check this out. This is how easy it is to create conversations using Voisi. And again, you get all the available languages that AI has to offer. You get all the available voices, and you can even clone your own voices. This means you can create conversations, podcasts, you can create fantastic stories, interactive audio, all using Voisi. Next, let's take a look at speech to text. This feature allows you to convert audio files into text. So give it a name like my test 02. Select the service that you want to use. Every provider is different. We have Google, Amazon, Microsoft Azure, IBM Watson, and OpenAI. All of them have different qualities. At this moment, I think OpenAI is the best. You can select different languages too. Every provider has a separate set of languages, but the advantage is because we have everyone, you get the hugest options in terms of the languages that it can process. So click next and put in your audio file.
I'm getting and some of the members are telling me that the video is stuck, guys. Can you see the video play? If you can see the video play, give me a yes. Just let me make sure that the video is playing. Sid is asking me, is there any animation or spokesperson access in Voisi? Voisi is an out and out audio software. Sid, it's for audio and languages. So it has everything when it comes to audio and languages, but it does not have animation because that's not the purpose of Voisi. But let me remind you, this is the only app that can do everything that audio and languages that AIs can. So it can make speech to text, it can do text to speech, it can translate, it can make conversations, it can also make music, which is as good as any music you've heard, right? So
I have a little sample right over here.
I'm gonna play back.
Click on it and then click on submit. So again, Voisi will create a task, and once it's done, we'll be able to check out the results. Here's our task right over here. Let's check back in a couple of minutes. Next, we'll see translate text, and this is to translate any content into another language. Click on add new, and let's give it a name. Select the service. Again, you have all the options that you want. We can use OpenAI if you want, or we can use Microsoft Azure or Google, whichever you want. Let's translate from English to Hindi, and then click next. paste your content in the top box, or you can even upload a file. This can handle up to 2000 words. When you're ready, click on submit and your translation is done right away. You can see the translation is over here. You can download the file and open it. You can see this is the translated text. Meanwhile, our speech to text task is also done and it's right over here. You can download it. It's a text file and you can see this is the text. It's properly formatted and you can see it even capitalized my name. It understood that this is my name. The spellings are all correct and it's all formatted. Even the commas are done. This is how easy it is to convert audio to text using Voisi with all the best available technologies. Remember, I showed you how you can create a conversation with your own cloned voice. Yes, Voisi lets you clone your voice and use it in either conversations or text-to-speech projects. To clone your voice, click on Add Voice right over here. Give it a name like Cyril's Voice and then upload an audio sample. All you need is a 30-second sample maximum. Select it and click on Submit. That's it. Your voice is cloned. You can download a sample output. Let's listen to it.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution in the history of mankind.
This is my voice cloned. You can clone absolutely any voice in the world, male or female, and then convert it into conversations or speech. So you can put in approximations of your own voice and use it in languages that you don't even speak. Yes, clone voices work in 17 prominent languages. You can even create music with Voisi. Original music that you have 100% copyright ownership on. It's created using AI. So give it a name like Voisi song and you can either create instrumentals, in which case just describe what you want to create. Do not use the words tags. Or if you want to create songs with words, just have a proper song script like this. So I have the section marked out using one of these tags and then the verse, and finally then put in a tag that you want to use, maybe the genre of the song, then click on add tag and it's added. You can add more tags if you want to further qualify how the song should sound. When you're ready, click on submit. And the music generation can take a couple of minutes. Alright, the music is now generated. You can download the file and listen to it. How's that?
Let's make great songs, it's time to get Voisi.
Time to get Voisi.
Voisi rocks.
Voisi rocks. How's
Voisi is an
that?
AI app. Makes songs that make you wanna clap. Voisi is the best app. Get it now.
That's music generated by Voisi and you can generate it in multiple languages with words, with audio. And finally, workflows is a special technology that we have created which lets you create workflow definitions like this one. And you can decide what kind of input you want to bring in. You can either bring in text or audio and then you can create multiple steps. For example, you can bring in text and then you can add tasks like convert to Spanish. So you bring in English text and you convert it to Spanish, and then with the converted Spanish text you can convert it to speech, you can convert it to audio. So the workflows are a great way to automate repetitive tasks. For example, see this one. We translate text into Japanese and convert it into audio, and then you can use the finished audio file to upload, which means you don't need to do repetitive tasks over and over, clicking and sorting, clicking and choosing. It's all done on full autopilot. So this was the demo of Voisi. It's the most powerful AI.
Guys, I want to show you again how you can get Voisi with the best deal. To do that, what you need to do is go to the website getvoisi.in like this. Scroll down. You can click on get instant access to Voisi to come to the buy page. You can see all the details that you get here. What you're going to get is the all-inclusive deal. That's the best deal available. Open it. The checkout form will open. And here you can just check this box to upgrade to the all-inclusive deal, which gives you access to all the different options, to all the different software, and you can get the best deal from here. Also get a further discount for $5 by using the coupon Voisi Special to get a special discount. Steven just got in. Well, Steven, congratulations. I'm really glad that you're in now. And I want to ask you guys, which one of you guys would like to see Voisi live? Which one of you guys would like me to create a song on Voisi right now, right before your eyes? Give me a yes if you're ready to see Voisi generate an amazing song just right now. Dale is also in. Congratulations, Dale. It's a great privilege to have you. Oliver says, yes, I'm excited. I want to see it. And Jose says yes. Steven says yes. So let's do that, guys. I'm going to go to voisi.in. That's the website. Make a song, Russ says. Fantastic, Russ. That's what we'll do. Put in my email ID and my testing password. Click on sign in. Here we have, this is my Voisi. I've been working on it a little bit. So I'm going to go to create music and click on create music. Now, guys, here's the thing. I need some words and I'm not a great poet, so I'm not logged into my own tool right now. This is a different computer. So I'm going to go to Chat GPT and let's make a small song about resilient people. Well, I don't know what that even means, but let's do that. So I'm making a song right now. I didn't even write the lyrics. I'm gonna take these small portion of the song, bring it over here. Then I need to just mark it down according to Voisi's tagging system. So verse 1. Then here, this is the chorus. So I'm just gonna click here and make it chorus. Verse 2. Select it. Verse 2. Next. And let's make it in the country music style. I like country music. Who else here likes country music? Give me a yes if you like country. Click on submit. Okay. My resilient song. Big word, right? Swati likes country. Kelvin likes country. Well, that's great. And the music generation will probably take about a minute. So we're going to wait very patiently while we talk to each other about the questions you have. So if you have any questions about Voisi, go ahead and tell me. I will try to answer them. Oliver says he's going to do a collab with his daughter and call it a collab at Sophie Pecora. Is that your Insta handle, Oliver? Well, I'm going to check it out for sure. So drop me a word when you do that collab. You know my email ID. It's cyrilgupta@techniqueforce.com. Just reach out to me and I will try to check it out and give you my feedback. Well, Voisi is generating the audio. Till then, I want to remind you, let's see if we can get that accent to play now. So is it the browser? I'm not sure what happened there because I did the webinar setup. So it could be because the browser is not playing the audio in my setup. But you can go to voisi.in, go to the area where you see Voisi supports foreign voice accent and speech patterns, and play this. I'm gonna just drop a word to my tech team, make sure they know about it. While we wait for this, drop me your questions, guys, in the meantime. All right, I quickly dropped a word to my team so that they will be doing this. Oliver is asking me, what AI did you use to get the song lyrics? Well, Oliver, the original song, I wrote it myself. It's not the most amazing songs. By the way, one of my friends and attendees on the yesterday's webinar, Dave, just dropped me a message that he's made a new version of the AI song that I played for you just a little while ago. And I'm going to play it for you live right now. So I'm going to download it right now. He says, here is a much better version of Rise Up that I created using Voisi. Well, he's created a new version while our song is created. Let's go and look at Rise Up.
morning with a fire in my eyes. World try to knock me down, but I still rise. Heart's been bruised, but I'm stronger for the pain. I'm climbing higher, breaking every chain. Rise up, never gonna fall. Stand tall, give it my all. This is my moment, my time to shine. Rise up, the world is mine. Walking through the shadows, but I see the light. Every step I take,
Oh, that's rocking. I really love it.
dreams on the horizon, closer every day. Nothing's gonna stop me, I'm paving my way. When the world says no, I'll say yes. I'll keep pushing through, no time for rest. Rise above the hate, leave it all behind. I'm unstoppable, you'll see me grind. Climbing every mountain, reaching for the sky. I've been through the worst, but I'll never cry. Success on my mind, faith in my soul. I'll rise up.
That's amazing, guys. This was created by Dave Binden just now. Let's listen to the song we created just about now, right? So I'm gonna download it. Click on the download file. This is okay, let's listen to this.
When the storm clouds gather and the skies turn gray, resilient hearts keep pushing through the day. Rise above the struggles, never lose their way, turning every shadow into light, come what may. Oh, resilient people, standing strong and tall. Through the trials and the heartaches, they won't fall. With a spirit unbreakable, they face it all. Oh, resilient people, answering the call. In the darkest moments, they find their inner flame, turning every setback into strength, not just a name. They rebuild from the ashes, find a brand new game, and with every challenge, they're never quite the same. Oh,
I think this is something I would like to hear on a record, guys. Honestly, this was too amazing and really love what Voisi can do in terms of music. So again, to get Voisi, go to getvoisi.in. Meanwhile, okay, so this is the browser thing because my team just confirmed that it's working for them. So guys, if you want to listen to the accented versions, you can go to getvoisi.in and listen to the accented versions over here because I have a setup. So right in front of you, I went to ChatGPT, I created a song, and in less than 2 minutes, I had it all sampled. Look at the music quality. Look at the kind of work that Voisi does. It's absolutely in the genre that I wanted it to be in, country music, and it's out immediately. So you can use it in your own video productions, you can use it in your VSLs, you can create any sort of audio content, motivational reels, you can make funny songs, kid songs. Basically, you can target and dominate any niche you want using music. So by the way, guys, don't forget, Voisi doesn't just create audio with lyrics, it also creates background music. Now, I don't know how many of you have been in the situation where you take a music from the internet clip and then somebody sends you a DMCA notice. When you upload a YouTube video online, it gets taken down, or some other company just takes away all your money. Well, with Voisi, you're going to be able to do that by yourself. Now, Dale is asking me, can you show us the prompt? Dale, there was no prompt. Let me show you the ChatGPT message that I put to ask it to write the script. I said, make small song about resilient people. Well, it was not even grammatically correct. ChatGPT gave me this script. Then all I did was go into Voisi, right over here, click on create music, Here are all the songs that I have. I think one of my friends, Sylvia, made a song too. This is my country song. To create new music, just click on create music, paste your lyrics over here like this, and click on submit. Choose the genre that you want to choose. That's about it, right? It's really crazy that this can happen with AI right now, but this is not the only thing. Remember, you can make conversations with Voisi. You can make conversations with two people. Like I have something over here, Convo 2 or test. Let me see what it is.
Hey Sarah, have you heard about Voisi AI?
No, what's that?
It's this AI-powered voice and language toolkit, perfect for content creators like us.
Sounds interesting. What does it do?
A lot. It offers over 450 lifelike voices, voice cloning, and supports text-to-voice, voice-to-text, and even music generation. Plus, it can translate.
Wow, that's quite a range. Is it reliable?
Absolutely. It integrates AI tech from OpenAI, Google, and Amazon, so it automates audio and language tasks in multiple languages and accents.
That could save us a ton of time on our projects.
Exactly. You can even create workflows to automate complex tasks like transcribing and translating.
I'm definitely checking this out.
Can you check out this conversation? Wasn't it one of the most natural AI voices that you've ever heard? How it was able to emote at the right places, emphasize the right spots. That's how it works. It's crazy. All of Voisi is crazy because it gives you access to the best in AI technology when it comes to audio, when it comes to any kind of audio, whether it's conversations or music or background music. Voisi can do everything. And like I told you, it's got the best AIs in every single department. So when you, for example, when you want to do a text-to-speech thing, when you click on add new, you get access to the best AIs from Google, from Amazon, from Microsoft, from IBM, from OpenAI, and you can even use your cloned voices. So that gives you access to 450 plus ready-made voices. It gives you access to cloning of your voice in 17 languages and 140 languages. It covers the entire globe. There is no other tool in the market that does a job like Voisi does. Anything that you want to create, when it's connected to audio or language, Voisi just dominates everything else in the market because Voisi has everything in the market from all the top companies. Maurice has a very good question for me. How does it compare to 11 Labs? Maurice, 11 Labs is a proprietary company. Their technology is developed by themselves. They're not using technologies from Microsoft, Google, IBM, OpenAI, all of these amazing technology companies. They are definitely good, but they don't have the kind of range that Voisi does. And they're charging you 10 times. That's crazy. I went to the 11 Labs page and I was blown away by how expensive it was. Here is a comparison, piece-to-piece comparison with the market leaders. Check this out. If you go for Murph AI, it's going to cost you $881 a year. If you go for 11 Labs, it's going to cost you $1,121 a year. Video is going to cost you hold on, it's going to cost you $948 a year. And Voisi you can get for not 67 because this is the launch party. You can get it for 32 bucks, and all the different upgrades that make it even more powerful. You can get it for 217 one time, never have to pay for it again. Imagine the kind of savings that you will have over 11 Labs. And you get crazy stuff like conversations, you get music generation, you get 450 voices, you get everything that is created in audio AIs, not just today, but in the future too. George, you are my Technic Force privilege member. Thank you so much, George, for being my premium partner. The good news is, yes, you have Voisi. It's in the membership. You've got the best version. You will always have the latest upgrade. So that's great. You can go and check out Voisi right now. So again, that's where to find it. Just ask my support. They will help you guys. Any question you have about my product, which is offline, after the webinar, I have 24 hours chat support manned by real people. Yes, no AI is there because when people to people contact comes, I know how important it is for you to be able to talk to a real person. I have real people manning my chat 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. You can go and approach them and talk to them. Oliver is asking, I wonder how well I could create the music production for an artist versus using a producer. Oliver, you saw it. I created a country song right in front of your eyes, and it was mind blowing. Remember, to get Voisi right now, you need to go to getvoisi.in. And when you're in, drop me a word that you're in. Let me know that you're in so that I can enroll you for the draw. And I can also give you a little shout out right over here. So this is the Voisi launch party. I'm giving you the access to the best tool available in the market right now for audio and languages, not just for right now, but also in the future. Dale is in. Congratulations, Dale. You're the latest person to get Voisi right now. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy the kind of difference that Voisi makes. And again, I want to remind you this very important point, guys. Let me show it to you. Voisi has not just today's technology, but the futures too. We will add the best innovations in voice and languages and Voisi as they happen. That's what we've done with AI Collective. That's what we've done with Bloggy. That's what we've done with Pixci. That's what we've done with Tarantula, with Tuberank Jeet. We've always upgraded their AIs, and you will get all the amazing AIs inside of Voisi. Art has a very nice question. I think it's helpful for everyone to know the answer. What's the coupon code? Guys, the coupon code is Voisi SPCL. Save $5 off Voisi, so you don't need to pay even $249 for the best version of Voisi with all upgrades. You can get it for $244. So get it from getvoisi.in. It's live right now. Go to getvoisi.in. You can see my yesterday's webinar, but you are live right now. You've seen everything right now, so you don't need to see it. If you want to watch the demo, if you want to watch the sales video, in fact, let's watch the sales video once. It's a lot of fun. Hi there, this is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, and I'm super excited today to tell you about Voisi. Voisi is the ultimate AI toolkit for voice and languages, and with it you can create high quality voiceovers, narrations, and music for any project that you have in mind.
Alright, so let's talk about how Voisi is going to totally revolutionize the way you create audio. It's the only multi-AI audio generator in the market with all the best audio AIs from companies like Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, Amazon, IBM, and more. What does that mean? You have access to the latest, the best technology in audio and languages, all the top innovations, the best voices, best quality translation and transcription is already inside of Voisi. Let's talk about voices first. I know you want the most realistic, best quality voiceovers for your voice projects, and Voisi has over 450 of them. Create video voiceovers, audio narrations, podcasts, and even conversations in over 100 languages. You can even choose between accents. Yes, create your audio with any accent of the world for that extra bit of realism. That's not all. You can even clone your own voice in Voisi and use it to create highly realistic audio that sounds just like you. That's right, tell stories, create podcast conversations, make video voiceovers, sales videos in any AI voice or even your own. But text to voice is not all that Voisi does. Remember, it's the complete AI toolkit for voice and languages, so it can also turn audio into text and translate text into any language. And the best thing is, all of these features work together thanks to our powerful workflow technology. That means you can do things like automatically converting your English podcast to French and Spanish, or creating voice versions of all your blog articles in several languages with just one click. What's even better, you can also create music, create original background tracks in any style or songs in multiple languages, even with your own lyrics. Voisi can do it all. Voisi is the ultimate tool for any audio project you create. Let me show you a quick demo. So the first thing, Voisi is the only AI application for audio that can do conversations. Let me show you how it's done. So click on Add Conversation and give it a name, and then click on Next, and this is where you add your script. You can just copy it and paste it, and now you can select the voice for each person. For now, let's select a voice for Joey. So I selected the provider OpenAI. You can select what language you want to create the audio in, and you can select the gender. It's a male voice for this one, and you can see we've got multiple choices based on the provider.
Artificial intelligence is the big...
You can listen to the sample. And for Chandler, I'm gonna use one of my cloned voices.
Artificial intelligence.
And you can just click on submit. And it's being created. It'll be ready in just a few minutes. Till then, let's take a look at the rest of the applications. So you can create conversations. You can also convert text to speech. You can use your clone voices too. Don't forget that.
Artificial intelligence.
Perfect. Click next, and then you can paste your text. Download it and you can play it.
Voisi is the best AI app for audio generation.
Alright, let's go back and check our conversation.
Hey Rachel, I am hungry.
You just ate 1 hour ago, Joey.
That's a really long time for Joey.
Do you want pizza?
What kind is it?
Don't eat that pizza, Joey.
Why Chandler?
It's got pineapple on it.
What? I can't eat a pizza with pineapple. That's not a pizza. It's a fruit salad.
This is how easy it is to create conversations using Voisi. And again, you get all the available languages that AI has to offer. You get all the available voices, and you can even clone your own voices. This means you can create conversations, podcasts, you can create fantastic stories, interactive audio, all using Voisi. Next, let's take a look at speech to text. Let's check back in a couple of minutes. Next, we'll see translate text. Meanwhile, our speech to text task is also done. It's a text file. And you can see this is the text. It's properly formatted, and you can see it even capitalized my name. It understood that this is my name. The spellings are all correct, and it's all formatted. Even the commas are done. To clone your voice, click on add voice right over here. Give it a name like...
Guys, I'm going to pause the video for just a moment because I'm going to play a song created by one of our guys just right now. So during the webinar, Russell created a song, and let's play and find out how it works.
In the heart of the city where the lights dim low, the G-funk starts to flow. A gentle hum, a soft whisper of keys, setting the stage for the magic to seize. The saxophone whispers, a prelude to the night. Rovers touch in the air, oh so light. Synths trickle in with the West Coast vibe. The stage is set, the time is right. A bassline grooves, deep and clear, inviting the magic, drawing it near. The stage is set, the players are here for a fusion of sounds from far and near. Cruising down the street, smooth sax in the air. Grover's on the beat with that G-funk flair. Bassline low, keys so mellow, riding the groove, feeling so fellow. Mr. Magic beats the G-funk sound. Sax and synths, they're both profound. Rhythms tight in the West Coast night, grooving under the city lights. Cruising magic meets the G-funk sound. Sax and synths, they're both profound. Rhythms tight in the West Coast night, grooving under the city lights. G-funk rhythm, steady and slow, a blend of genres so seamlessly. Jazz and rap in harmony. over through the city haze. Funk beats rising, setting nights ablaze. Keys whisper secrets in syncopated code, bridging the streets to that jazzy abode. Whispers of vinyl, scratches of time, melodies intertwined, saxophones cry in the neon glow, in a rhythm sublime. From the heart of the city to the soul of the funk, there's the magic spirit in every beat it's sunk. So here's the Mr. Magic in the G-Funk zone.
Wow, guys, this was mind-blowing. Like I said right in the beginning of my webinar, AI has reached the tipping point, and tomorrow it's gonna be, and tomorrow, I mean like really literally tomorrow, it's gonna be better than human beings at creating content. And I'm talking about any sort of content, images, graphics, audio, videos, text. If you can think of it, AI can create it, and now as good as any expert, right? That's crazy. So again, Voisi gives you access to all the future AIs. And guys, this is important because I want you to think about it. You might have bought other products in the past that did some of what Voisi can do, like a product that can do maybe narrations, another product that says that it can do cloning, but none of these products are future proof because they are stuck in time. You can bet that these products will never have the future AIs. They're never gonna have new technologies coming in. They won't have new AIs coming in. But with Voisi, I have built it in a manner just like AI Collective, just like Pixci, to be able to get new technology when it comes in. So when you get new voice cloning technology, it's gonna be in voices. When a new language is added by somebody like Google, it's gonna be available. When OpenAI releases a new real life model that does great audio generation and maybe even more amazing music, it's gonna be inside of Voisi. So what you get in Voisi right now for a one-time investment is the capability to create content forever. Now again, this is gonna be one time only during the special launch event. After the launch event, it goes straight to recurring, right? You gotta pay monthly, you gotta pay weekly, you gotta pay monthly or yearly to get access. And it's gonna be more than 2x expensive. The all-inclusive deal will not even be available, especially not at this price. So this is the best time to get Voisi. And if you have any reservations, you can ask me questions about it. I'll be happy to answer. But if you are still on the webinar and you haven't got Voisi, well, you need to take action now and get Voisi. When you're in, let me know. Maurice just got in. Congratulations, Maurice. I'm sure you will enjoy Voisi. Create amazing projects with it. My people are creating already great projects, conversations, narrations, music, anything you want. So if you're in, drop me a note. I will give you a shout out and also enroll you for the special draw, which will happen in the next 10 minutes. So it's time to get it now. So Ilmuku is asking me a good question, 20,000 free credits. First thing, when you get the Voisi all-inclusive, you get 50,000 free credits, and further credits are only $1 for 1,000. $1 for 1,000 credits. It's the most affordable deal in the market. It gives you better price than anything else in the market. And if you miss it today, you're gonna be so upset at yourself when you have to pay more for it in the future, because again, all the competition is just 10x more expensive and they're not as good as Voisi. So $1 for 1,000 credits. Awesome. So guys, I'm gonna go back to the demo and play it. I know I left it in the middle, so just gonna need to find it. Yep, there it is.
Like Cyril's voice, and then upload an audio sample. All you need is a 30-second sample maximum. That's it, your voice is cloned. You can download a sample output.
Artificial intelligence is the biggest revolution in the history of mankind.
This is my voice cloned. You can clone absolutely any voice in the world. You can even create music with Voisi. So give it a name like Voisi song, and you can either create instrumentals, in which case just describe what you want to create. Do not use the words tags. Or if you want to create songs with words, just have a proper song script like this. And listen to it. How's that?
Let's make great songs, it's time to get fussy.
Time to get Voisi.
Voisi rocks.
Voisi rocks.
Voisi is an AI app. Makes songs that make you wanna clap. Voisi is the best app. Get it now.
That's music generated by Voisi. And finally, workflows is a special technology that we have created which lets you create workflow definitions. So the workflows are a great way to automate repetitive tasks. For example, see this one. We translate text into Japanese and convert it into audio, and then you can use the finished audio file to upload. Alright, so now that you've seen how powerful Voisi is, I know you can't wait to get started. Our competitors charge anything from 5 times to 10 times the price of Voisi, and they don't have half of the amazing features that we built inside of this powerful app. But the news gets even better. What you see on this page is a super special deal. You can grab Voisi now for a special access price that we won't have on it again. Become a proud owner of Voisi today and let us help you create amazing creative projects that get you the results you've only dreamt of so far. Don't worry, your investment is protected. You're covered with our 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not absolutely blown away with the results that Voisi gets for you, simply ask our support desk for a refund within 30 days. Don't waste another moment thinking about something that's an absolute no-brainer. Make Voisi yours right now.
All right, guys, this was Voisi. Again, to get Voisi, you can go to get.
Hi there, this is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business.
And remember this, I'm going to give you an all-inclusive deal. You can get everything together in one go. Just click on this, get instant access to Voisi, then click on the $32 button, and you will have an option to buy the all-inclusive. So all the upsells are going to be available inside, right over here. These are the upsells available. If you went through the funnel, you would have to pay $585, but you can get it all for $249 and use a coupon code Voisi SPCL. Click on apply and you can get it for $244 only, the entire funnel. And here are all the upsells. You get Voisi Elite, you get Voisi AI Pro, you get Voisi AI Reseller, you get Pixci AI Pro, you get Vidscribe Pro, you get Tuberank Jeet Pro with real value of $2,612 right now at a super discount with one-time price. Ilmuku is asking me a very good question. Audiobooks, how's the flow to do it? Create in English and produce in multiple languages? Yes, Ilmuku. Our product has workflows. Voisi has workflows. So you can create a workflow where you feed it English text and you take the output in 10 languages. With one click, you can convert all the audiobooks you want immediately, right? So that's a great way. You can create audiobooks from English and get the output in English, in French, in German, in Italian, in maybe Russian or Spanish or any other language you want. You can get it all out using Voisi without having to do it manually over and over. All right, so again, to get Voisi deal, you need to go to getvoisi.in. And Swati, it's time to select 3 winners right now who get $50 back. So put the names in the chat so that I can announce it. And we will then end this amazing session. It's already been about 2 hours. Actually, it's been a little over 2 hours. And I really appreciate all the time that you've given me today. We still have a lot of attendees who are still here watching me, hearing me. And I really appreciate your time and your attention this evening or this morning. And I know a couple of you are even even in the middle of the night. So thank you for coming in. Today's winners, Stephen Harris, John Elmore, and Trevor Greenfield. You are going to get $50 back on your purchase of Voisi AI Unlimited. Thank you so much and congratulations. I will be looking forward to seeing you inside. Keep me notified about what you do with Voisi. If you make crazy songs, crazy podcast, amazing videos, drop me a link. I really enjoy watching and looking at my creations, looking at the creations of my users so that I can see how beautiful what kind of beautiful content you're creating, which inspires me to do even better for you, as good as I can. Art just got in. He purchased Pro. Congratulations, Art. You're inside, and I really appreciate your purchase today. And for any communications that you want to do with me, you want to reach out to me personally, the email is cyrilgupta@techniqueforce.com. Tell me about your creations, what you create with Voisi, and I will certainly take a look and then maybe even tell you what I think about it. Stephen, to all of you guys who won the prize, just reach out to my support team. They know about it already. They will handle it for you. Just tell them, hey, I'm Steven. This is my email address. I want my prize, and drop them your PayPal address, a PayPal email address, so that they can send you the money. So just go to my support chat and reach out to them. There's going to be a replay of this webinar, guys. I had a lot of fun. I can tell you there was a webinar session yesterday too, but I had more fun with you guys, and I will probably put up a replay for this one too. So if you've missed this webinar session earlier, you will be able to watch it later again. So go ahead, and if you are getting late for something, if you have a appointment, go on and do what you need to do. I'm also gonna close this session in just a few minutes. If you have any questions in the meantime, keep them coming and I will answer those. So Stephen Cunningham is asking me, can you purchase Voisi with reward points? Absolutely, Stephen. You can get Voisi with reward points. That's what they are. So if you have enough reward points, go into Technique Force rewards and claim your Voisi. Perfect. Stephen Harris says, thank you very much. I have your other products. Thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate it. I know you must be loving what we create. We create our product with a lot of passion. We try to do absolutely the best job that we can, and we listen to you to make sure that you can actually find use for our products. We don't like to create products that people can't use. We don't like to create products that we can't maintain or grow. So it's good to have you, and I'm really happy that you're enjoying our products. On that note, guys, it's getting quite late even where I am, and I really appreciate you coming in. So I'm going to close the webinars in a couple of minutes, but I have a question from Captain Success. How do you access points? What's the login? So Captain Success, don't worry about it. Go to my support team. There is a chat on every single website that I have. You can go to getvoisi.in. There is a little chat button. Click on it, put in your name, put in your email address, and ask your question. Tell them, hey, how do I access my points? They will give you the link to the website where you can get it. So don't worry about it. I'll see you in. If you had fun tonight, drop me I had fun or yes or something positive, so that we can both call it off, call this, end this webinar on a positive note. Let me know about what you think about it. Trevor says thanks, it's a great webinar, and I have good presentation from Bruce. Really appreciate it, Bruce. Steven says, yes, I had fun. Captain Success says, what city in India are you in? Well, I'm in Delhi right now. Typically, I live in Dubai, but I'm home visiting my parents for a little while. I'll be here for a week, and then I'm gonna head on back to Dubai. But right now, I'm in Delhi. That's the city I have lived in for about 20 years in India. It's the capital of the country, though. Awesome. So good to have you guys tonight. Really appreciate your time, and I will see you on the inside if you got Voisi. This is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, signing off.